Hey, I'm Alan Brito from Blender 3D Architect, and welcome to this tutorial about numeric input and units. My focus today is on people trying to migrate from SketchUp to Blender, and I want to provide some key information like where are some settings, resources, and features from Blender that look like what we have in a SketchUp. I'm often talking to architects and students that are trying to make this move and they think Blender is way too hard or they don't know where to find certain features. And today I'll be explaining some of those differences by creating something really simple in SketchUp and repeating the same process in Blender so you can keep track of those changes. And to get started, let's take a look on the type or the template that I'm using here in SketchUp. It's this one right here, the simple and using meters. And by the way, unfortunately, Blender do not have anything like this. We can create one from scratch, but that's not the focus of today's tutorial. So let's get back here into SketchUp to create our example scene. And by the way, if you are already using SketchUp for some time, you probably know that to enter numeric values in SketchUp, you have to look into the lower right corner of your screen. Everything that you type while you are modeling will appear there on that small box. Doesn't mean you have to type there. It's just the place to look to find your settings. For instance, let's create here a rectangle with 3 by 2 meters. So you can activate the rectangle tool, create here a base, and now if I press tab, I can type 3, 2 and press enter, and our rectangle here will now have 3 by 2 meters. And if you want to use the push pull, which in Blender is the extrude, we can extrude this, for instance, 4 meters. So press 4, enter. And if you want, you can come here under tools, go into dimensions, and we can add some dimensions here to this object. We can create something like this in Blender as well. So there we have it. And by the way, if you are not aware, we can edit our dimensions here in SketchUp by going into the window, model info, and here you will find the units. Let's zoom there. For instance, I have the units here. You can change from meters to centimeters. You can look on the dimension lines, they will update. You can even change to architectural. SketchUp will update that for you. Great, we just created this simple scene. Let's make something exactly like this in Blender. Let me get this out of here. I can create a new project in Blender. So we can start with the default scene. Now, one of the major differences in Blender, let me zoom out so you can see my default user interface. One of the major differences between SketchUp and Blender is that you won't find anything to draw like in SketchUp. For instance, I can't draw a rectangle to start creating that base. We have to start from a primitive. I will select everything using the left mouse button, just like in SketchUp, pressing delete. And now if I press Shift A, here you will find under the mesh, you will find an option to create a plane. If I start this plane, you will see that it will begin creating this plane exactly at the location of this 3D cursor here. Is this crosshair here? It's the 3D cursor. You can move it by pressing Shift and right click anywhere on your screen. There are other ways to move it around as well, but let's focus on creating the object. Now, When you start Blender, the default scene will always begin using meters. If you are using the default settings, it will already start using meters. You can see here, for instance, on the location on the right, it's using meters for the X, Y, and Z location. If you want to change the dimension of this plane, which by the way, it always starts with 2 by 2 meters. That's always the default settings. This is the default settings for Blender when using meters. There are many different ways to change the dimension of this plane. One of the easiest methods to change the dimension is to open here the 3D viewport sidebar. If you look here under on the top right, you will see this small arrow. If you click there or press the N key, if you press N, you will open and close that. You will see that whenever you have an object selected, you will find here the dimensions. And here on the dimensions, you can change the dimensions of this plane. We had there 3 meters by 2 meters. So if you just update the X to 3, you can see that we just updated our plane. You can use the middle mouse button to orbit your scene as well in Blender. Now, one key difference from SketchUp to Blender is that you will find here that we now have a scale factor applied in the X-axis. You can see there we changed the X dimension to 3, and now you have a scale factor applied to the X. What is that? Whenever you have a scale factor, it means this plane still has 2 by 2 meters with a scale factor of 1.5. To reset that, you have to apply the scale. You can do that with 2 methods. The first one is with a shortcut, Control A. Whenever you press Control A, let me zoom out so you can see. If you press Control A, you will see that we have there the option to apply a scale. If I do this, it will reset the scale factor. No more scale factor applied in the X-axis. Why is that important? Because unlike SketchUp, Blender is an animation software. So having this scale factor, it's great. It will give you some extra flexibility to create, for instance, animations and some other things as well. But here, since we are talking about modeling, always keep that in mind. Whenever you change the dimension of an object or apply a scale or use a scale transformation, you have to apply that unless you want to manage or create an animation. Now, how can we do something like the push-pull with 4 meters? To do this, we have to go into edit mode. Here on the top left, you will find the work mode selector. You will see that we have the object mode currently selected. You can click there and choose edit mode. And once you do this, you will see the mesh object structure. And by the way, you can use the tab key as well. Whenever you select an object and press tab, it will go into edit mode. Now, how to use something that works like the push-pull? You can use the extrude here from the left. We have this button here, which is the extrude. If you click on the right corner, the right border of this menu, you can expand it to review the names. And we can use the extrude region. And if you click on this symbol here, this plus sign, you can click and drag, and it will work as if it was the push-pull. And okay, how do I go and add some dimensions here? Whenever you apply a transformation in Blender, in most cases, you will see this small menu here on the lower left corner. And as you can see here, this is the menu for the extrude, and you can type here 4, which is the same dimension we used in SketchUp. Another way to do this in Blender is to use a shortcut. You probably know or you heard about that Blender uses a lot of shortcuts. If I press Ctrl Z, and instead of using this menu option, you can press the E key to start an extrude. And now, whenever you press the E key, you can look here on the top left of your screen. This is the place where you find the numeric input, or the location in Blender where you will see your dimensions updating. For instance, let me press Ctrl Z again. Sorry, Ctrl Z. Now, if I press E, I can just type 4. Just it works the same way in from SketchUp. If you make a direct comparison, press Enter, and now we have the same object with a 3 by 2 by 4. And here, if you see, if you look on the left, you have this measure tool, which will work as if it was a dimension line. If you press and hold the Control key, you will grab the vertices of your objects and you can add some dimension lines. And there we have it. It's not exactly the same workflow. It's a lot of, there are many differences between SketchUp and Blender. And by the way, I forgot to explain where you can change your units. If you open here the Scene tab on your Properties editor, you will find the Units settings. And here you can change, for instance, the unit system from metric to imperial. You will see that Blender will update your dimensions just like SketchUp did. If you change your units from meters to centimeters, it will do the same thing. If you want to use architectural dimensions using feet and inches, you have to come here under the unit system. You have to choose imperial and you have to enable this option here, separate units. Whenever you enable this separate units, you will see that Blender will display now your lengths using feet and inches. And this is it. This was a quick introduction on how to use numeric input and change or update your units, making a comparison between SketchUp and Blender. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you found it useful, if you are trying to migrate from SketchUp to Blender, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future tutorials. And if you want to learn more about Blender, especially if you are trying to migrate to Blender, I have 2 workshops. I will leave the links in the description. One is for complete beginners in Blender. It's a 17 hours workshop. And the other is an entire workshop dedicated on how to use Blender as a CAD tool. It has a name of Blender Precise Modeling. Links in the description. See you next time. Bye.